the day she was born. We could each describe the various reasons why she is special to us. But I drew the short straw, so it's fallen upon me to attempt to deliver a few eloquent words about her. I thank Arti and Anand for inviting me to speak on the second most important day of their lives. We'll come back to this idea later. I've known Arti since she was born. It has been wonderful to watch her grow from a cute, cuddly, smiling infant to a mischievous toddler, a social teenager, and now this beautiful, intelligent young woman before us today. We are very proud of everything she has accomplished and how she has handled all the challenges that have come her way. I wanted to find a singular word to describe Arti. Loving, funny, stylish, come to mind and are accurate, but a bit cliche. The word that captures the essence of Arti for me is loyal. I'm referring to the commitment she has to her values. These values center on the love of family, ethical behavior in her personal and professional life, and a willingness to consider ideas and beliefs that differ from her own. I applaud Maheshti and Meena for cultivating these values in her. It is her loyalty to these core beliefs that forms the foundation of who she is. And as you've already seen tonight, her strongest bond is with her mother, which I'm very proud to say both of my daughters have emulated. Her Masi and I first became aware of this bond over a half a tank of gas when she was 3 years old. At that time, we had no kids of our own, and had just recently moved back to the UCLA area. We were keen on spending quality time with Arti. Whenever we saw her, we put a bug in her ear about coming and staying at our home and how much fun it would be with us. We finally broke through one evening after an Indian cultural program when Arti agreed with genuine excitement to come home with us. Asha and I could barely contain our joy. On the car ride home to Culver City, we kept telling her how we'd go to the Santa Monica Pier the next day and play on the beach, and she could have as much ice cream as she wanted. She too was engaging and talkative until we hit the 405 freeway. Then she became quiet, almost reflective, and as we passed LAX, she developed a tummy ache. The closer we came to our home, the worse the tummy ache became. Asha climbed in the back seat to console her, but to no avail. Being a freshly minted, know-nothing doctor, I thought that she might have appendicitis, a twisted intestine, or something worse. We had to wait until we reached home before we could call Meena because there was no such thing as a cell phone. Even Meena could not tell or console how serious this was over the phone. So we did what any adult with no childbearing experience would do. We packed her in the car and drove 50 miles back home at 1 in the morning. Upon taking the 405 south, her pain began to improve slightly. And as we merged on the 91 west, her complaint stopped. And upon seeing her mom, the only emotion Arti had was this big smile on her face as she climbed into her bed. Even to this day, when Arti is not well, her mother is a comforting sight. Now flash forward 20 years, and I'm sitting by her side in the hospital. Arti having been admitted for a tummy. As the surgeon was discussing options with her, I suggested waiting until Meena arrived, as I was confident that this would resolve her pain. The surgeon had a confused look on his face, and before I knew it, I'd taken Arti to the operating room and removed an inflamed appendix. I guess we will never find out if Meena has the ability to cure appendicitis. Now, I've also been fortunate enough to spend time with Anand over the last 2 years. I admire his work ethic, his independence, and his character. I was impressed that he came to the United States on his own to study and began building a professional career. His first job after finishing his master's at USC was in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Now, we lived in the Midwest, and I can say 2 things. They have genuinely nice people, and it's really, really cold. I fully expected Anand to describe his experience similarly. Instead, the first words spoken by him were not, "Oh, the weather was terrible, it was miserable, it was a hardship," but rather, "Yeah, the weather was cold, Masa, so I had to figure out how to keep myself active and in shape because I couldn't spend time outdoors like I was when I was in LA. I took up swimming and I found it to be a great exercise. Right then and there, I could tell that this was someone who would make the best of any situation, just like he did in tolerating SC for 2 years. No worries, no worries. He's now finishing his MBA at UCLA. All is well. To Charlene, Russian Men's values have descended to Anand, and they're evident in his can-do attitude. Arti and Anand will call upon the values embodied by their parents as they encounter the peaks and valleys of their life together. In the beginning, I stated that I thought this was the second most important day of Arti and Anand's life. I will use a quote from Mark Twain to explain. He said, the two most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why. Clearly, both Arti and Anand handled the birthday. Many of us are still trying to figure out the why. To me, Twain missed adding a third day to his observation. That is the day you get married. Because the person you choose to spend the rest of your life with will have a profound influence in helping you discover the why of being born. Arti and Anand, we wish you a life of happiness, love, and success in your quest for the why. Thank you.